coming up on LiveWire, we've got some great events that you can attend. You should sit down, get yourself a pencil, and we're going to talk to Tom Slagle from the Point West Rotary, and he's going to talk to us about this 5th annual Lunar Lunacy Moonlight Bike Ride and what it does for our community and how it raises funds for foster care and other things like that there. And then Bobby Mann's back from the city of Sacramento to talk about a fundraiser for the Front Street Animal Shelter, which needs our funds. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this. Okay, Tom Slagle and Rita Gordon.
Yes.
You two are involved in fundraising for important services to our community.
Yes.
What's it called?
We volunteer with an organization called Point West Rotary, and we raise funds for the community. We give away about $210,000 a year back into our local community, and one of our 2 big fundraisers is coming up later this month.
And you, sir, are the founder of said fundraiser.
That's correct. About 5 years ago, we started Lunar Lunacy, which is a bike ride, an evening bike ride in the greater Sacramento area.
And you yourself were a bike rider?
I am a bike rider. I've been a bike rider pretty much my whole life. And yeah, so
they put you on like a kid in your head. You're going to ride a bike.
I'm going to ride a bike.
So what happened? You were riding down the street one day and you thought, I think I'll do a fundraiser.
Well, it goes back further than that. In about 2004, I was diagnosed with MS. And so my doctor told me that within about 5 years, I could expect to use a cane. Within 10 years, I would expect to use a walker, and within about 15 years, he would expect to be using a wheelchair. So I took his advice and went out and bought a wheelchair, but it only has 2 wheels.
I get it, good. And this is wonderful. And then you proposed this to the fundraising committee of the Point West Rotary, and they said, I don't know about this.
Yeah, but they gave us a try. And the first year we had probably 125 riders.
Yep.
And it's grown about doubled every year. So last year we had about 650 riders in the event. This year we're hoping our goal is to get 1,000 riders.
This is great, and there's a picture here. You can't really see it, but there's all kinds of people in costumes. Their bicycles have lights on them in the wheels. There's a guy in a pink tutu.
That's not me.
So it's really, and people in regular costumes and funny hats and things like that. And they're at, where does all this begin and where is it happening?
Well, we start at the Capitol Mall. We do about a 6-mile ride, and it goes through down towards the Capitol. There we are.
There's the Capitol.
From the Capitol, we turn left, go over to the historic rail yards.
Oh, yes.
Ride through those, and then through the train station, through Old Sacramento. There we are. Old Sacramento, we catch the bike trail out to Miller Park.
Oh, good.
Come back on Front Street. Go in front of the animal shelter and the car museum. We'll cross the I-5 freeway at the R Street Bridge. Most people don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
But we'll do that, come up R Street, and then back into Capitol Mall on 5th Street. About a 6-mile ride.
That's good. And along the way, there will be people waving and...
Oh, we hope so, yeah.
It's all on a closed course, and we work very closely with the Sacramento Police Department on coordinating this. There are members with beacons all along the way, so you can't get off track.
Good.
And we bill it as a family event. We have a lot of people come out with their children and that have been with us since it first started. So they might have been 6 years old in the beginning and now they're 11.
So the Rotary Club, it does a number of fundraisers for community needs events throughout the year. What are the other ones?
We actually only do 2. This is one of 2. The other one that we do is the California Brewers Fest. We are the oldest Brewfest in the region, and that will be in September at Discovery Park.
Discovery Park, yes.
Good. All right. But we got to talk about this this wonderful thing. Bicycles are brought to, where's the starting point? Oh, there it is. The Capitol Mall Greens between 5th and 7th.
Yep.
Between 5th and 7th, yeah.
We have a big, we try and create a large family festival beforehand with the giant Jenga and teeter-totter and face painting and kids activities.
So there's an event beforehand.
Yes.
So you can actually bring kids and
Yes.
and kids can ride in this.
That's
right?
correct.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's not really like a race band.
It is not. It's strictly a leisurely ride.
So it's www.lunarlunacyride.com.
That's
and
correct.
You can find out about that. And is there kind of like an application form?
If you go to our website, you can follow the instructions down and it will lead you into how to register online. If you don't want to register online, we have a pre-ride pickup package registration day at REI. That would be on Friday, June 22nd.
Okay.
So that's all day long at REI off of 160 over by Costco. So if you want to register there, and you can register just by walking up. Last year we had about 100 people walk up and register right then and there.
Yep.
So we won't raise the price. It's $40 to register, and if you're a kid, it's less than that.
Wow, great. It certainly is quite an interesting thing. It's for CASA foster care and other children's needs, other
Yes.
charities for children. Right?
The one that we really concentrate on with CASA, which is Court Appointed Special Advocates, is their Making Memories program. And the Making Memories program goes to fund children's activities that many families will automatically include this in their budget, but with the foster families, they may not have the financing for that. For instance, if a child wanted to play football, often now the school charges them for their uniform and the equipment, and that might be several $100s that the foster family would not be able to fund. But they can make application through the Making Memories program with CASA to have that portion of their activity funded, and it just helps them feel like they fit in better and that they can really become part of their school community.
And the Rotary Club is a fraternal organization?
No, it's more of a social business type organization where we fund operations and things throughout the community year in, year out.
And internationally. Rotary is an international service organization, and we are rated in the top 10 of most responsible charities by an independent independent organization, by Charity Navigator. So
Rotary Club's been around for a long time.
yes, it has.
We talked earlier about a college professor of mine who played the founder.
Paul Harris.
Paul Harris, yeah.
On tour as an actor, he played the character and basically talked about why he founded the Rotary Club and how it worked.
It originally started as a business networking club, but it has evolved into a service organization now where Rotary is this close to becoming the first non-governmental organization to ever wipe a disease off the face of the planet, and that's going to be polio.
Polio.
And we're very, very close to having that happen. So we're pretty proud of that, and it's taking a lot of money, but we've partnered with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they match every dollar that we put towards this effort with an additional $3. So it's a 1 to 3 match by them. And
we know what polio is about and how it how terrorizing it was in the 50s.
It was.
You know, visions of me in an iron lung at 10 years old, I can remember that just as bright as today.
And we take for granted in this country that we don't deal with it anymore, but they deal with it in other parts of the world.
Yes,
It's a very terrible, still debilitating disease.
That's good. It's a good thing to know that there are people fighting that down so that it disappears
Yep.
from the planet.
Yep.
Yeah. So now, if I wanted to learn more about the Rotary Club per se, and I'm not a bicyclist, let's say, how would I do that?
You can just Google it, Rotary, or Rotary.org.
And Point West is,
Point West
there are other Rotary
Yep.
chapters around, right?
There
Yes.
are. We are one club out of 41 in our district.
Ooh.
And so it's easy to find a club that's convenient for you to attend. They're either breakfast, lunch, or dinner clubs, and they are in every single community in the area, at least one club in every community.
And it's not for guys necessarily our age, but
Not at all.
We really would like the younger people to join.
yeah,
Yep. We are putting forth great efforts to make sure that people understand Rotary is a very inclusive organization, and we welcome people of any age and of any ethnicity and of any gender. And we're always looking to have people join us in our quest for making our communities a better place to live.
well, I would stop here and then cut to our PSAs, but we got 2 minutes. I do just want to go back over. I want people to know that this 5th annual Lunacy Moonlight Bike Ride is happening. So let's run the numbers.
Okay.
So where is it going to begin? And
The ride will begin. Our event starts at about 7:30 on
Saturday, June 22nd,
23rd at the Capitol Mall Greens. And we will actually start the ride promptly at 9:15 so that we have some beautiful darkness, and that will give us the Capitol lights in front of us, the Tower Bridge behind us. Rayleigh Park will be having a ball game that night, so it'll be all lit up.
great.
You'll see places in Sacramento that you've never seen before, and certainly have not seen from a bicycle, with the moon above and beautiful lights and just a great atmosphere.
It is.
Well, Tom, I notice you're wearing a lovely.
I am.
Yeah, wonderful.
This
shirt.
is
And if you bring some extra bucks along, you can buy one of these there.
Actually, you can order one of these online. They do have to be manufactured, so we do have a few extras for sale, but you can get hold of a jersey. It may take a little bit of time to put the order in and get it, but yes, you can.
Sure.
This is the world premiere for the Lunar Lunacy jersey. I'm wearing it for the very first time, very first one out of the box, 2018.
Well, Tom Slagle and Rita Gordon, thanks so much for talking to me. I appreciate it, and make that money for those wonderful kids.
Thank you, Ray.
Ray, thank you so much.
My
We
pleasure.
enjoyed
Thank
being
you.
here.
Certainly appreciate it.
All righty. Okay, whoa, we got to take a short pause for the cause, and we'll be back in just a few minutes with our next guest. So stay tuned for LiveWire right after this.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
Who wants to hear a story?
Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats.
Bridge for patrol.
The tiniest Billy Goat
Not
Bridge.
tripping over my bridge. It is I, the biggest Billy Goat Brother.
And the Billy Goat was so heavy that the bridge creaked and
There's a
broke.
bridge they have to cross. And great, ugly as eyes as big as saucers, nose as long fire poker. And he had the biggest
The road, the troll, it's only I.
trick, trap, treat.
Paw Patrol and Pope.
Crushed him to bits.
Up to the hillside,
Well, come along.
continued up to the hillside.
Why, thank you.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Yes. Well, as you know, we're doing LiveWire here, but we have the city itself has fundraisers, and it raises funds for city services and services that really need to grow because the community is growing. And with me here is the events speaker for the city. His name is Bobby Mann, and he's been on here before. And thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Well, tell me about what this event is. It's actually to raise money for the shelter, animal shelter.
It is. So the City of Sacramento's Front Street Animal Shelter is having our inaugural Brewfest. So we're going to have 40 breweries shutting down Front Street, all sorts of fun activities. It's going to be a 21 and over event, but the proceeds are going to help the 11,000 animals that come through our doors every year.
Yeah, they do. There's, we kept hearing about, the number of animals that go through that, and the troubles that they have, and they need, people to help, volunteers, and they need money to feed those animals and to make them well again.
Absolutely. So we do rely on the general fund, so there are taxpayer dollars that help support our mission. With the 11,000 animals that come through our doors, that funding goes to help provide basic supplemental care, clean up after them, vaccinate them, feed them. But because the growing community and the needs of supporting sick, injured, or displaced animals, there are a lot of funds that go into medical care.
Yeah.
So animals that are too young that need formula, animals that come in with a broken leg that need to be fixed, animals that come in with cancer. And so what we want to do is, because the city is already investing so much into us, we want to do our part and fundraise and allow people to enjoy great events that help the animals directly.
So the city puts on an event, it's usually a kicker. And so give me a kind of a vision of where, I know where the animal shelter has been there many, many, many times. But give me a picture of what's going to happen.
So imagine this. So everybody knows Front Street. We're right in between the California Auto Museum and the Front Street Animal Shelter. So the goal is we're actually shutting the street down.
Okay.
And people are going to be able to come. We're expecting up to 3,000 people enjoying this event.
Whoa.
People come in, 21 and over, you get your tasting glass. The streets are lined with 40 breweries, local, across the strait, across the country, breweries coming in. You're going to be able to enjoy tastings from all of these breweries. The shelter is going to be open for people to be able to view animals and to learn about what we do. We're not sending any animals home that day because we want people to adopt responsibly and also drive responsibly. So the goal is showcase animals. People will have access to the California Auto Museum to check out cars. There's going to be also a ton of great food trucks to make sure that you're eating good while you're drinking good.
That's all good. And I like the idea of it being right across from that museum, because it's one of the best museums for automobiles, and it's fun to go there because things do change. If you went there a few years ago, it's totally different.
Well, it really is a hidden gem in Sacramento. The California Auto Museum has been a great partner of the Front Street Animal Shelter. We oftentimes hold a lot of our fundraising events inside of it. And we figured, because of the Sacramento heat, we were going to collaborate with them so people can go and cool off during this event.
Right.
But it seems like it's only going to be about 82 degrees out on Saturday.
Yippee. And also a little cool beer doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, absolutely.
So these breweries, these 40 breweries, that whole beer and lager and the development of that and the development of breweries in the last 20 years has been enormous, changing the taste buds of future generations.
Yes, I mean, the craft brewing has really become a big hit in our region and across the country. So we're excited that organizations like Track 7, New Helvetia, and a few others locally are going to be joining us. But we're also going to have a lot of crowd favorites, like Lagunitas is going to be sponsoring the event. We're going to have Stone Brewing there. So we're going to have a taste for everybody's taste buds. There's going to be IPAs, there's going to be lagers, there's going to be light beers for people to enjoy. And the goal is obviously to have a few tastes, to have a good time, hopefully fall in love with the shelter animal, and then if people are interested in adopting, we are open the next day as well for people to come adopt.
Good. And is there any food there? Will there be any food?
They are. So we are teaming up with Sacto Mofo, which is a Sacramento Mobile Food Co-op.
Yes.
And they have a dozen food trucks coming.
A
so
dozen
the
food
streets
trucks,
will be
okay.
lined. I mean, we're expecting about 3,000 people. We are very excited to say that this event is almost sold out.
Wow.
The community has absolutely come forward and they're investing and coming into the event. And you know, people are coming, and we want to make sure people look up the website quickly if they're interested in attending, because they may not be able to come if they wait till Saturday. So,
I see. Okay,
yeah.
right. Okay. I think that's exactly what to do. So what you want to do is go to frontstreetbrewfest.com.
Yep, all of our information is there. It's going to have our frequently asked questions for the event. It's going to talk about all the breweries that will be attending, all the food vendors. It'll have the bands like the Gold Souls, the Golden Cadillacs, a lot of great venues. Dog and Joe from the Dog and Joe Show will actually be emceeing the event, so we'll have some great MCs at the event as well. And also a lot of our local sponsors. So we've had a lot of great sponsors, such as Finding Rover has sponsored our event, which is a facial recognition technology that helps get pets home. They're our premier sponsor for the event. West Elm is sponsoring our VIP section. So our VIP section is going to have a very spruced up area at the shelter, which is exciting. And you're going to be able to learn about a lot of local businesses as well. We're going to have lots of local vendors, so you can buy stuff for your pet, you can buy cool t-shirts for yourself, and hopefully you'll go home having a good time and wanting to come next year.
I like this. We have a slideshow, but it's interesting because this is an inaugural event. I'm going to be very interested to find out what the slides are about. Oh, it's the mayor. Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
Oh, there, it's not the mayor.
So basically what we wanted to do was just showcase the type of animals that we were going to be helping, and we showed some of our promotional photos as well. The goal being to show that we take in 11,000 animals every single year, and proceeds like this help with all of them. We take in some kittens that are, you know, as young as 2 or 3 days old and foster them through our program. We take in puppies like this that are, you know, 2 or 3 years old.
What a cutie.
It's always important to remember, although we're here to talk about our upcoming Brewfest, that our primary goal is to find happy homes for pets. So
absolutely,
even if you can't attend this Saturday, the Front Street Shelter is open Wednesday through Sunday from noon to 5, and you're able to come down and hopefully take a pet home.
And take pictures of dogs and cats. Look at that picture, that's so cute. And yes, we do have the shelter come down here every once in a while, and they bring a couple of animals, and we talk about how important the shelter is here, you know. And actually there are two shelters that the city has.
So there's the City of Sacramento Shelter, which is the Front Street Animal Shelter, and then the County of Sacramento has the Bradshaw Animal Shelter.
Bradshaw, that's right. And
so,
it's a county thing.
Correct. And so we take care of the 97 square miles within the City of Sacramento jurisdiction, so we take in all of those strays, which incorporates into about 11,000 animals every single year. One thing that we are very proud of is that over the last 6 years, we have over tripled the amount of animals that we've been saving, and we currently have the highest save rate that we've ever had in the history of the City of Sacramento.
Wow.
And that goes thanks to the volunteers. We have over 2,000 registered volunteers. It's to the people that are adopting from our shelter, other organizations that are helping us with animals, and obviously people doing things as simple as enjoying a cold draft so we can raise proceeds for them.
I think that's a wonderful, and listening to bands, lots of bands.
Yeah, we're going to have 3 primary bands. We have the Gold Souls, the Golden Cadillacs, and the Cash Profits, which have also been performing at concerts in the park in Sacramento. So they're local Sacramento favorites. And they've actually are going to come on and put on some great sets. So live music, great sound, good people, a lot of people that you know from the community, a lot of local influencers. Hopefully you'll join us. We'd love
Well,
to
I'd
have
like
you.
to be down there, sure. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm really excited because my wife and I have helped a lot with this animal shelter. We donated to it as well.
Thank you very
in
much.
the past. So this is on Front Street. I'm not sure if people ever, because this program broadcasts to the county.
Amazing.
Front Street is right along the riverfront.
Right, the first street on our
It
side
is
of the river.
fronting Front Street.
Yeah.
And the best way to get there, I have found, is to find Broadway and then go up Broadway until it starts to, there's a little hill, and then you'll see Front Street at the top of that hill and turn right.
Yep.
And you are there.
We're going to have some great signage out too, so you don't get lost. You're going to take yourself all the way toward the river. Once you hit Front Street, hang that right, and that's actually the best and only way to go that day. We're renting out the state parking lot that's right next to the Auto Museum.
Oh, that's really good.
So we have
Huge
parking services. There's 500 spots there, so that's where we're asking all of our guests to attend. And general admission is going to come in one way. So the event itself is from noon to 5. Pours stop at 4:30, so that way we can get people rolling home responsibly toward the end of our event.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. We got cool custom glasses that people are going to be able to take home as souvenirs.
Good custom glasses.
And there's going to be a lot of swag there, so people can go buy cool shirts, bandanas for their dogs, and hopefully fall in love with the pet.
Bandanas for their dog. I have to get a bandana for my cat. But yeah.
A
I have
meowdana, right?
Huge cat. It's about as big as a small dog.
Oh
It's
my
amazing.
goodness.
So okay, so we're doing well. And let's talk a little bit about the city in general in terms of events. There's some more events happening in the city, and the city's kind of like all of a sudden lighting up at night.
The city is something to be talking about. The city of Sacramento obviously has invested a lot into their community. You know, with Golden One opening up, there's lots of great concerts coming into town. There's also going to be an R Street event, which R Street between 14th and 15th is reopening on Saturday. And that's actually going to be conveniently right after the Front Street Brewfest. So you could head on over there, only about 10 blocks away, and there's going to be lots of great entertainment out there as well. But you know, another thing that you can do is visit the city's website, which is thecityofsacramento.org, and you can find lots of events on there that are upcoming that support all sorts of different causes.
For all kinds of different causes, sure. Like the cause that we talked about earlier, I mean, with the Point West Rotary Club putting money up for, children's causes. And I think that this is a way, we're going to beat the issues of taxes not making enough money to make the kinds of services work that we want to have happen.
Right, and our goal really is, the 50 employees that we have there is we know that the community is investing in us, and our goal really is not just to help pets, but to help both ends of the leash. People need help too. They're the ones that are adopting pets from us. So we're offering free pet food services for low-income families. We're offering free vaccine services and microchipping, spay-neuter services, because it's only when we come together as a community can we fix an epidemic or a problem. And yes, we do take in 11,000 animals every single year, which seems like a lot, which it is. But the city has grown substantially over the last 10 years, and our intake number has stayed around the same. We've taken in about 11 to 1,000 every year. You would think we would be taking in more and more, but we're doing a lot for spay neutering. We're offering a lot of low-cost resources, and hopefully that number will go down. My perfect world would be I can put myself out of business.
Good.
I wish the
and
animal
I'm going to
shelters
put you out
didn't
of
last.
business right now and say thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Bobby, man, you are great. Thank you. Come back and talk more about our wonderful city, okay?
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. We got to take a pause for the cause and leave you for a week. We'll be back next Wednesday. We'll see you then, 5 o'clock, live at 5, live on LiveWire.